What's up, brothers and sisters? It's been a long time since I last made a video. It's been a short while since I last made a music video. It's been a long time since everything. And the reason why I've been away for such long is because as a human being, you have to live life. You have to live life in order to draw inspiration and you have to develop as a person. Me being a young man, going through the pandemic, going through the changes in society and being exposed to new walks of life taught me a lot. And it was something that I had to go through. And I wanted to be sure that if I'm going to make music, something new has to come out of my lyrics, something new must come out of my flow, my rapping, or whatever style that I may do musically. And it's very, very important that I'm able to share and inspire the youth. And that's a responsibility that I take very seriously. And yeah, pretty much. And I know that recently I uploaded a recent song by the name of Good Times, which I released during the summer, and it was very good. People loved it, and if you haven't heard it, I encourage you to do so now. The link is in the description and also in the video. Yeah, people enjoyed it, and it was something that I had to do and look into myself and bring back good memories. We live in a time where things are negative, negativity, society is very negative, people are going through mental health challenges. And me being an artist, I wanted to change a bit because I know that in my previous releases through the years, in my previous music videos, I was very much ambition, but very rugged and very rough lyrically, and just very aggressive and very, you know, you know, I can't really explain it, but let's say from where I am now to the man that I was before, I see that there's a lot of maturity. You know, I've gone through a lot of maturity and understanding myself and reevaluating my mindset to ensure that the music that I put out is very good for the hearts and minds of young people. And I want to be sure of that. So that was something that I was doing a lot within myself to really change the narrative for my music and to ensure that if I'm going to bring more positivity into the light, I'm going to start somewhere. And that was what brought about Good Times. Just for the namesake, Good Times. And that's something that I'm proud of. So I strongly recommend that you listen to that song and just feel that feel good factor, because that's what all of us need right now, just to feel good in these tough times, especially during this weather when it's cold and dark. But yeah, so coming off that, I've been able to create an album. It'll be out next year, specifically around maybe in the first half of the year. So I'm hoping that I can release it in the first quarter. That is the aim. But I finished it as far as recording and just listening to it over and over again. I really like this album, and I took the initiative to really speak to people speak to people who I can trust, and being able to get their feedback and hearing what they have to say and listening and taking on board and actually changing some of my lyrics and just how I flow, and just being open to feedback. Because even in the last couple of releases that I released, I never really got feedback. I'll just like F everybody, I'm gonna write this and I'm gonna push it out. F what everybody thinks. This is how I feel. But now being an artist with maturity, I want to ensure that the audience are able to hear me without being offended, and are able to hear me out without feeling weird. You know, I noticed that being an artist or being a rapper, you say certain things and it will catch people off guard. What the hell was he saying? What the hell was he saying? Or what the hell? I even get that sometimes when you hear rappers in their lyrics. It's like, huh? So I wanted to, make sure that this project is understood, because in real life sometimes I am misunderstood, and I don't enjoy that. But if I'm going to present something, I want to make sure that I am understood, and everything's going in the right direction. So yeah, so 8 tracks. It's gonna include good times, of course. And I like this. I like the music. It's just by myself as usual, but this time I aim to put music out there and ensure that I'll be willing to collab with other people. So that is my goal. That is what I want to achieve, and I will definitely do that. So that's the music side. A new album coming out, and I am very happy with what I've achieved so far in life. And definitely, and you can tell by my new environment that, I'm no longer in my mother's basement. I'm in my own basement. So, I've started to level up by the grace of God and being able to be resourceful and ensuring that I am able to, do many things, because sometimes in society, in real life, we go through tough challenges, and we have to ensure that in times of toughness we become creative. I know that in um in a pandemic, people were very creative and doing things while they were on lockdown. But now, where money is becoming tight, inflation and taxes are so getting higher for next year, so it's forcing people to become more entrepreneurial, including myself, where I want to make different cash flows for myself. So I won't necessarily have to depend on a paycheck just to get by. So it's making me think more creative, just thinking outside the music side to develop other ventures. So that is something that I've been recently doing. You know, and lastly, I would say that yeah, you know, we're in the end of the year. Um, 2026 is around the corner, and we all got goals. We all got goals. We all got things fulfilled, and we have to get there. And that's where we have to evolve into, because you have to look at yourself and reevaluate what you've done, what you missed, what you could do better. And that's what it is, to the point where even myself, I have matured and looking and taking accountability for my actions and understanding who I am, and just being happy with it, because we are all humans, we are all flawed people, but we all trying to get somewhere in life, and I'm very grateful. So the things that's happened in my life where that I believe I can share with you, which will come in other videos, is that I've been able to be debt free, get out of credit card debt, which I know is choking a lot of people in this world. And I will surely make another video that will help other people be able to clear their debts, because I know that debt is not a good thing to be around, especially credit card debt or any type of debt, because you want to make sure that you're financially healthy. So I'm very grateful to God that I've been able to, like, clear my debt and being able to manage my finances more wisely. And yeah, I think that's about it really. So you're gonna expect a lot more music, positive music from me, and storytelling from myself that this album is gonna bring. And expect more collabs. Just the things that I want to do, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to talk too much now, because I realize that there's a difference between talking and doing, and that's what I want to make sure that I manifest. So yeah, just expect an album for 2026, and you're gonna expect content videos like this, because I do realize that there are times where things have to be addressed, but it shouldn't be on a microphone, or it shouldn't be done in a form of lyricism. There's certain topics that are very serious to the point where it doesn't need a beat. You just need straight talking, and that's what I aim to do. That's going to help edify you and help better your life, because we are all growing. We all want to get somewhere, and we want to make sure that our path is smooth as possible. And yeah, and live your life, man. Live your life, learn, mature, grow, live your life. You're a human being as well. And that's what I had done. That's what I'm doing. And yeah, man. So just look forward to the content that will come in the future, and expect great things to hear from Glenny Y, your boy. So I love you all. Thank you, whoever has subscribed. Expect great music from myself, and we gonna get there, man. 2026 and beyond, we gonna get there, man. And learn. Every day is a new day to learn something. God bless you all and take care. Peace.